I welcome you guys back to my next course over here, which is the Fine Controversy. I need you to understand controversy is communication. And those people who communicate every day are also doing on video and are also doing on audio. I promise you they're doing it in writing. I promise you they're doing something today for nothing. I promise you that means make sure that you're doing something that's going to give you money. Otherwise, what gives you money is your wisdom. You have to give some more wisdom, you have to record it, and you have to make some courses today. I thank you very much. Because that's how you become the best version of yourself. And that's the fine controversy of life, where you must be better than fine, and you must be a person who understands communication skills today, so that you can show up every single day at whatever time is necessary, and you understand that the best time to show up is now, and to do something today that's going to help you to be more controversial. And I mean no arguments, I mean just grow. I mean something that is going to grow you today, you have to read it. You have to read some ideas today, you have to be more inspirational today than ever before. I promise you that's how you build your legacy today, because that's the fine art of controversy. I promise you the better you are, the better you can also make sure to lead other people, and that's the whole point of life. I promise you the whole point of life is to make sure that whatever you're doing today is going to be better than yesterday, because that's the way you're going to live life. You're going to live life much greater, you're going to be greater today. You have to understand to always be in front of a crowd and have the attention and the spotlight, because guess what, you deserve some spotlight today, although you have to show up every single day. Thank you. Otherwise, each and every single day you show up for whatever day it is. I don't care that it's raining outside. Otherwise, I've got the spotlight over here, I've got attention over here. Promise you that's what's necessary to build my legacy every single day, because every single day I show up to do some controversy, I show up to do some communication work every single day, which is controversy. Whereas when you're controversial, you're conversational every single day. You have to every single day communicate and communicate and communicate and record your video and say your story. I mean, every single day you have to give out your story. You have to be that kind of person who understands the fine art of controversy, which says that each and every single day you must connect and you must do some courses today, regardless if it's raining outside or not. Because guess what? I'm in a tunnel right now, and outside in Brisbane today, which is the 7th of August 2020, you understand the coronavirus pandemic is going on, and guess what? I don't care, because here I am to lead people to greatness. I don't care about the outside economic system, because the only economic system in life is be better than yesterday. I don't care about the money of the world, I care about the wisdom of the world. I care about the wisdom that Jesus Christ left here. The Bible is all wisdom. I promise you that's what you need to do every single day. You need to do wisdom work today. You have to understand it's about communication today. You have to understand it's about being the best you can be. I promise you that when you're a person who can be the best you can be, you're going to be more controversial today, and make sure that you're controversial in a way that you're going to never argue, or that you're going to lift people to inspire them to grow. Because that's what we do. I promise you we do everything that's uplifting. I need you to be upbeat today. I need you to be something greater than yesterday. I need you to understand that's the way to get attention every single day. Thank you. Otherwise, each and every single day you do something that's going to help you to communicate. I promise you, you're going to give some ideas today. I promise you that's what you need to do. You need to give more ideas. I thank you very much. I promise you each and every single day you give some ideas. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you you have to be always in the moment. I'm living in the moment. I fell asleep yesterday at 7 p.m. I was so tired because 42 hours ago I was always doing this work. I was doing this work, and guess what? I'm still doing the work. Although I've been speaking in front of a live audience for 45 hours now. I realize I've been doing it in a tunnel. I realize it's worth it. I realize it's worth to be able to communicate every single day and do something that you're passionate about. You can do on the microphone today. You can get yourself in front of people today, and regardless of the weather outside, I don't care. I realize I'm still growing. I'm still showing up for my work at 2 o'clock every single day. I'm always here. I realize that I may go to Darwin very soon. I realize that each and every single time I travel Australia, I'm financially free. I'm financially free. So guess what? Because I'm financially free, I'm better than yesterday. I'm doing something every single day to make sure I'm becoming more worth it every single day. I have to always lead people. I have to be able to communicate each and every single day much better than yesterday. I have to understand that those people who can catch the audience attention are the ones who are going to grow the most. I need you to understand that the best idea today is that you grow. I promise you, that's the best idea that you can do every single day. I feel much stronger today than I ever have been before. Whereas I feel stronger today than ever before, because every single day I communicate inside my speaker, and I put it into audio, and I put it into video, and then you can watch 3 hours of my content every single day. I promise you that's what it takes to succeed. I promise you have to do it over 73 years. You have to do 3 hours of video content every single day. for the next 73 years. I promise you that's what, I realize that's what success takes and breeds for you to understand, to grow. I promise you each and every single time you show up, you do some video work and you do some audio work today, and I promise you it's worth it. I promise you have to leave the talk one way or another. You have to understand to be in front of people every single day, to lead them and to inspire them to grow. You have to be that kind of person who absorbs the area around you and understand to make it yours in the spotlight. I promise you that's the best way, where you understand that conversational skills is the best way to go. I promise you what's conversational skills today is the fine art of controversy. You have to be a controversial person. Always make sure that you're never arguing with people, you're just getting to the solution. You have to understand the solution is become better for all parties involved. I realize that what's better for everybody else is the best way. I promise you have to be the best way today to understand the best way of life. I promise you the best way of life today is make sure you're growing in one way or another. I promise you the best way you can grow is find some information today and apply it every single day. You have to be a researcher, you have to be a scientist about your life. You have to understand that this world needs more content. I need you to bring more content into the world. I need you to understand that content breeds productivity. I need you to understand that the more content you have that's positive, the better you are. I need you to understand that is the whole point. Whereas today, I'm really into it today, because guess what? I've been doing it for 45 hours. I realise that since I'm on the microphone for 45 hours, I realise that no matter what, that is the whole point. I just realised that every single every single month, I finish 2 weeks of work week days. I realise that, for example, 40 hours a week, I can do 80 hours of public speaking a month. I realise that's a 40-hour work week in a week time. I realise that in a week, you can work up to 40 hours a week in your 9-to-5 job. I do 90 hours of public speaking a month. I realise that's 40 hours and 40 hours and plus 10 hours. I realise that's really the way to go. You have to understand that communication skills is the way to go. And those people who understand what I mean about 90 hours of communication a month in a video, I promise you have to do it too. You have to be that kind of person who understands public speaking every day. I need you to always public speak. I need you to always lift yourself. I need you to be a person who is uplifting. I need you to understand that controversy of life is to breed success every single day and make sure you're brilliant. So I make sure that you're doing something each and every single day that's going to give you some ideas. I realise every single day I'm here, I give the best information in the world, because the best information in the world is being and looking better than yesterday. I'm that. I'm right now better than yesterday. I need you also to be. Thank you very much. I need you to be better than yesterday, because that's what I give. I'm a life coach. I teach you how to be the best version of yourself. I'm right now the best version of myself. I realise nobody can say nothing about me. I realise that only I can only do something about it in a better way. I'm always looking a better way. I'm always looking for a better functionality in me. I realise that when I say me, I say I. I have a dream, just like everybody else, and my dream is to become better than yesterday every single day. Thank you very much. I realise each and every single day I'm better than yesterday. I'm doing something that's really going to be according to my interest, which is passion. I realise I have a passion to live my life. I realise each and every single day I speak about my life. I promise you my passion is my story. I promise you my passion is something that I give you. I give you some ideas, I give you something of entrepreneurship every single day. I give you something of leadership quality. I promise you that leadership quality means public speaking. I promise you that's what you need to do every single day. To be a leader, you have to do it every single day. You have to speak and speak your mind out and speak your heart out every single day and become better than your mind. You have to be in your heart all the time. Thank you. You have to be that kind of person all the time, to be in your heart. You have to be in your heart all the time. I speak my heart out all the time. Whereas now, since I can do it every single day, I can do it for 3 hours. I can do a public speaking event 3 hours every single day. I promise you, no matter what, I live up to 100. So I promise you that in the next 73 years, I'll be 101. I promise you, I have to continue doing 3 hours of video content every single day, and I give it to you for free. I promise you, over time, I'll create my legacy. I promise you, that's what it's all about. I promise you, it's about creating a legacy every single day and making sure that you have the controversy in you to do it. You have to understand that controversy is really make sure you're never arguing, although you're just communicating toward yourself in a better way. I promise you, you have to speak with yourself every single day on how to live a better life. You have to understand that you're your best friend in life. You have to make sure you love yourself more and more every day, because the person that's going to love you the most is you. You have to understand that Jesus loves you more than you do. I promise you follow Jesus. I promise you your number one friend in life is Jesus, and then you. I realise I'm your third best friend, because guess what? I'll lift you also. I promise you always have friends in those people who lift you. I promise you have to be an inspiration today. You have to understand inspiration is going to be the art of communication today. I thank you very much. You have to be a kind of person each and every single day to understand there is great worthiness in you every single day, so you can build some courage today and get on the street and start performing some personal development today. Realize that when you get on the street and you I realize you communicate with foreign people, you communicate in a better way each and every single time, and in a different way every single time. I realize that's it. I realize that is how you improve every single day your mentality and your heart and who you are every single day. You're always doing something each and every single day to improve your life, because that's what it takes. It takes your time to understand that you have to invest your time to do it better. I realize I never take your time, I only give you more time. I give you more time for ideas. I show you how to really amplify. I realize I show you every single day how to amplify your life in a better way, because I have so many time management skills, I have so many life coaching skills, I have so many ways and techniques so that you can live your life much greater. I promise you that those people who dedicate themselves toward my information, I promise you they can be better yesterday. I promise you no matter what, you can also speak like me, you can also do everything better than me when you read my information. I'll give it to you for free. Well, I have over 300 hours of video content alone. I've got over 25,000 quotes. I've got over 2 years of journaling. I can teach you so much within this time. You have to understand that this time is the best time. You have to understand that this time is communication. And those people who understand the art of controversy are the ones who are going to be now. I need you to be now every single day. I need you to understand to never be the average Joe. I never need you to be the average person. I need you to be extraordinary. I need you to be original. I need you to understand to never be fake. I never need you to be the crowd. I need you to be your own type of person. The best idea that you can get today is go on my Instagram today and search up my name and see what I'm doing. Promise you, just have a look. Promise you, I'll give you everything for free. I'm not charging anything. I'm just giving you freedom today. I'm giving you freedom to understand that I'm a positive person who is a life coach. I coach people to become the best version of themselves. I'm never in competition with other people. I'm in competition with myself every day to become the best version. Promise you, that's what I am here to do every single day. I'm just here to make sure that everybody else gets what they need and deserve, which is a better way in life. I need you to understand the better way is the best way. I need you to go the best way in life. I need you to go the best path. I need you to understand to have more time in life. I need you to have more time in life to do something worthy today. I promise you, what's worthy today is making sure you're developing in one way or another. I promise you, each and every single time you develop, I promise you it's worth it. I promise you it's worth to develop every single day. I promise you every single time you develop, I promise you that's the best way. I promise you every single time you do something that's going to better your life, I promise you that's the best way. You have to understand that ideal way is making sure that you're better than yesterday. I promise you that's what I'm here for every single day. Thank you very much. I realize that each and every single day I do something that's worth it. I do something that's really going to improve my controversy. And what's controversy in my life? I realize it's really how I live my life. I realize it's really about my schedule and showing up every single day and being punctual and being a person of high productivity and making sure that each and every single time I get a mentor video, I make sure to read it. I don't care how long it is, I'll watch it at times 2 speed on YouTube. I realize each and every single time I read faster and faster and faster. I love spiritual books. I love Osho and his books. I love Eckhart Tolle and his books. I love Neil Donald Walsh and his Conversations with God. I love to watch those books. I love to read them. I realize that once I read a book, I move on. I realize once I read a book, I've applied it. I realize I apply the information I give. I realize that each and every single time I speak something, I'm a person of high integrity. I make sure I live my talk all the time. I'm always better than yesterday. I'm always doing something greater. I'm always making sure that I'm a greater person. I realize that you told me to shush up 5 times now. I realize I have to talk. I have to talk. I have to talk. I love to read everything. I just stay away from politics. I have Neil Donald Walsh with Conversations with God. I read his books. I've read his 4-part series. It's so beautiful. I can say Neil Donald Walsh. I'm recording, that's why. I have Neil Donald Walsh. I can say Neil Donald Walsh. I can say Neil Donald Walsh. He has amazing books about spirituality and everything to do with helping your self-esteem. You've been going and reading? You have to keep reading, you have to be always studying. I have so much information I can give you on my Instagram. Do you have Instagram? You have to go on Instagram, you have to create an account. It's very easy. You go grab the application Megadrive. I realize the best relationship is with you and Jesus. You have to always boost your knowledge. I have so much knowledge on my Instagram, you can go and check me out, but you also have to do the same thing in your own way. You have to paraphrase information. I say happy birthday, say happy birthday, thank you. You have to go and watch him. You have to go and watch him. I thank you. I thank you very much. I thank you very much. Each and every single time I do something that's very important, I make sure no matter what to have a little chat with people once they join me. Or otherwise, when you can join me, you can ask me a question about life. I'm a life coach. I solve your problems. I solve every problem. I have no problems in my life. I have no problems. I make sure every single time I'm always wealthy. I'm always doing something that's really going to be interesting. I realize that each and every single time I'm an interesting person. I realize that I'm a person of divine nature. I have a divine ability to help you grow. I realize I grow all the time. I grow faster than anybody. I believe me in I. Thank you very much. I believe me in I in Jesus Christ. I realize each and every single time I believe in Christ, I make sure no matter what I follow Christ because I need a mentor every single day. I promise you, when the student is ready, I promise you the teacher appears. I promise you Jesus is the first teacher of the planet. I need you to understand who Jesus is. I need you to understand that information is gold. And those people who have more information have more freedom. I need you to understand you go and be someone who has more wisdom. I need you to understand that gold is wisdom. I need you to understand you go be a person of gold in wisdom. I need you to understand you go be a person who understands that wisdom is all you need to succeed. I promise you, everybody who needs wisdom is a person and divine being who's always going to be, or that's always going to be better. Or that's each and every single time I give some more wisdom today, I record my 3-hour video every single day, I make sure you get the best information in the world. I thank you very much. I realize each and every single time I do it in front of a crowd, I boost my confidence in front of a crowd. I thank you very much. I promise you, that's what it's all about. I promise you, it's about attention every single day. You have to grab some attention. You have to make the spotlight your spotlight. I promise you, nobody else is going to help you. I promise you, I'll help you give information. I'll help you do everything in terms of information. I'll give you the information you need, although you have to do it yourself. You have to do it yourself. You have to come here and do it yourself. Otherwise, I can never hold your hand, although I can give you the information. I promise you, Jesus will never do it for you. I promise you, Jesus will never do it for you. I promise you that you have to understand to go and read about Jesus because Jesus has already gave you the information you deserve. And guess what? You deserve all the world in terms of life. You understand that I had to go to Jesus Christ. I had to go and learn from Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ always talks to me in that Bible. You have to understand that Jesus Christ is always with you when you follow Jesus Christ. I promise you that Jesus Christ will only teach you when you go and follow Jesus Christ first. I promise you that if you turn your back on Jesus Christ, I promise you Jesus Christ will never teach you anything. I promise you that's the way it is. I thank you. I realize that each and every single time you understand that you turn your back on somebody in life, I promise you that person will never teach you again. You have to understand that I'm here to support you so that you can grow and so you can become a more controversial person in terms of communication where you're just growing. I promise you that's what controversy is about. I promise you it's about being in front of people. I promise you you're being in front of people today. I promise you you're in front of people today. I promise you that you're controversial in some aspect of your life today, and that's how you grow. You grow by being controversial and having a conversation with the crowd. Every single time you have to conversational skills every day. You have to be a conversational skills type of person. You have to understand that conversational skills is the best way to go. I promise you those people who communicate more and understand dialogue, I need you to understand dialogue every single day. I promise you that's the way to go. I promise you each and every single day. I don't know anything. I see everything. I see everything in my life. I see who I am every single day. I see myself in Jesus Christ. I promise you each and every single time we have the testimony of God and He says that we are all freedom and living in eternity. I promise you I can see it in Jesus Christ today. I promise you no matter what that you also have to have faith in Jesus Christ. You have to understand to believe in something greater. I promise you there's always something greater today than us in the world. I promise you there's a better world than this. I promise you that we can only be Jesus Christ today. I promise you we can only do the best as Jesus Christ. I promise you each and every single day you're a person communicating and giving some ideas. You're going to understand it's never about the politics. I promise you it's never about the economic conditions of the world. I promise you what's important is your communication skills today. And the faster you communicate and the faster you learn and the faster you adapt to what's happening, I promise you the better leader you are and the more you're going to lead people. I promise you that's the whole point. I promise you it's never about what's happening in the outside world. I realize it's about are you the best version of yourself today? I realize the best version of yourself is going to be greatness. I need you to understand that's what you need to be every single day. I never judge other people. I never judge anybody. I never care about their heights. I never care how short they are. I care about are they better than yesterday or not. I realize I go to the ones who are better than yesterday. I go and learn from people who can teach me how to become the best version of myself. I realize Jesus is one. I'm another one. I realize that Tony Robbins is another one. Thank you very much. I realize that each and every single time you're going to be better and better and better. I promise you, you can't lead people when you're better than yesterday. You have to always inspire people. You have to always have high self-worth. You have to read spiritual books. You have to read marketing and sales and entrepreneurship and leadership. I thank you. And personal development also. I realize that's the best way. I realize the best way is read more and do more and be all that you can be. As John C. Maxwell says, and also Jim Rohn and Zig Ziglar. You have to understand, you have to be all you can be in all areas of your life. You have to be doing something every single day. Realize that my beautiful life is always better than yesterday. I'm always doing something that's going to help my skills to grow, and that's information. Realize each and every single day, information improves I. Realize the more information I have, the better I am. Realize I just make sure to grow myself in wisdom and give more of my heart and soul so that you can grow. Realize that's the whole point of success. So realize that you guys never have to follow me. You guys never have to follow me, although I'll leave something behind that's really big because I can see it. I realize no matter what, that nobody else can tell me what to do in life. Realize I never tell people what to do. I show people how to become better, and that's it. Realize I just give it to you for free. Realize you can do it in your own time. I thank you. Realize that I'm a person always doing something in my own time. I have no boss other than Jesus. I realize Jesus is my boss today. I realize no matter what, I'm a person who works with Jesus Christ. I'm a person who understands that my boss is the best boss on the planet. I realize no matter what, that I'm a person who follows my boss, who is Jesus Christ. I realize no matter what, without Jesus Christ, I'll never be alive. I understand that this world needs to become better. I realize it's raining outside. I don't care, I pump the music while it's raining. I have a nice beautiful portable speaker over here. I realize it's shining some colours over here like a disco. And guess what? I pump my musical track with Leo Bar. As I composed the track, I gave $1,200 for it, and guess what? I pump in the music because my portable charger and my portable devices is water resistant, so I can do it. So I realize that each and every single time, I thank you very much. I do something that's really important. I do something that's going to. I realize I'll do something that's going to better my day. I realize I'm never going to do anything other than be better this day. I realize that I'm a person who's always doing something for nothing. I'm a person who's giving you some information today and some positivity to understand that you're better than the money you work for. You're better than the money you work for. You have to understand you work for something greater than money. You work for compassion and a better yourself. I realize you better yourself. I realize you work for a better you. You work for a better development in yourself. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you the best way is be the greatest version of yourself, and that's all the money in the world. I promise you the best money in the world is becoming more wiser. I realize the wiser you are, the better. And the wisdom is in the wise person who seeks it. You have to seek wisdom every single day. You have to be that kind of person every single day who seeks courage. And courage is wisdom, and courage is information. I promise you the more information you have, the more you can help the world. You have to be that person who downloads information every single day. I promise you, start reading 1 hour a day, as Brian Tracy says. I suggest you read 1 hour a day at 3.5 times to get off. And guess what? Read as much as you can. I read as much as you can. I realize that you make 1 hour reading every single day the basis of your life. I realize that I read at 3.5 times the speed. I read 3.5 times faster than I do. I can read 10 hours a day, which is 35 hours of information every single day. I can do it. I can do it every single day, although I have to produce some content in order to learn faster, because that's what speed reading is. Speed reading is called teachers. It's called live the information you speak. I promise you that when you live the information you speak, I promise you that's called speed reading. I promise you the higher disciplines you have, the better you are. You have to have high disciplines in life. You have to be a higher person in morals. You have to have a higher ethic. You have to be a person who never works hard. Never needs to have a hard work ethic. Never needs to have a hard work ethic. I need to have a smarter work ethic every single day. I need to work smarter and never harder in life. I need to work smarter and not harder. I need to work as a smart person in a common sense theory, which is this moment. I need you to make common sense of your life much better and better and better, and teach common sense. I promise you can teach common sense in life. I promise you can make something of interest where you have to be in front of people. You can speak, you can do anything in front of people as long as it's positive. I promise you be a positive person today. I thank you. Well, as each and every single time I do something positive, I make sure to be in front of a crowd lifting them. I promise you that's the best way. You have to be a lifter. You have to be a person who's upbeat all the time. You have to understand that it's much easier for me to be in front of a crowd today because I'm better than yesterday all the time. I'm always better than yesterday. Thank you. Well, each and every single time I do something, I understand I never waste time. I never waste time. I've got no time to waste in this life because I have to be ahead of the crowd. I have to be the best version of myself every day. I have to compete with myself every single day to be here 3 hours a day, because if I'm not here, guess what? I'm here all the time. I'm always here, because if you're not here to show up every single day to become the best version of yourself, and you did 3 hours yesterday and today you never showed up, well, that's you're worse than yesterday. You have to understand to go and learn something quickly and do something quickly that's going to help your life. I realize that's the best way. I realize the best way is the ideal way. And the ideal way is you. You have to understand you must be greater to have the better ideal way. The better ideal way is going to be the self-worth way. You have to have the self-worth way every single time, and it's called gratitude. You have to understand gratitude is growth. And those people who grow have consistency and dedication and discipline every single day to grow and be foundational in what they say, which is empathy. Empathy is called integrity. Those people who have empathy and integrity are the ones growing. Thank you very much. You have to understand, I have to connect my dots together, which is information together. I have to always make sure that every single time I'm a leader better than yesterday. I have to be making sure my attitude is greater, my vocabulary is greater, and I'm doing something for nothing every single day. I have to show up to teach you something. I have to understand that my teacher is ready to teach me all the time. I realize that Jesus is full of inspiration. I realize the more you go towards Jesus and in terms of life, you have to understand, I go towards Jesus, I give you the information of Jesus Christ. I realize that no matter what, I'm a person who just is a messenger of God. I realize I'm just always just bringing the good news. The good news is that we are here for eternity, and we are going to be better than yesterday. We're going to work together to always inspire and grow together, because guess what? That's what this video is about. Realize each and every single time you do something much more for the world in terms of your life, for Jesus Christ, you understand that you have to be better than yesterday. You have to do something much greater that's in the inside. You never look in the outside world, because in the outside world there's too many problems. That people make up problems from nothing. And you should understand there is no problems in the world. What the problem is we have no problem. We have no problem at all, and that's the solution. The solution is we have no problem. You never make a problem from thin air. If you're a person who understands we have no problems when we have solutions. You just make sure that you look at every problem and put it towards the solution, or you put the problem towards the solution. When you do that, you're going to be a person who's a solutionist every single day. Thank you. Each and every single day, you're going to be in the crowd also by leading them only. You're never in the crowd. I never need you around the nightclub where it's full of people. I need you on the stage. I need you to be the DJ on the stage while the crowd's watching the DJ, because that's where you need to be every single day. You need to be better than yourself. You need to understand you have to do something better today to improve your life. Whatever that is common sense. You have to understand, you have to make common sense. You have to make common sense of your life, and you have to count your life into number one. You have to understand number one is the best number, and those people who are number one in their life are the ones who are better than yesterday. And you should be better than yesterday, and you should understand to put yourself first. And you should put yourself first and never ever put other people first, because they don't care about you. I promise you that those people who care about you is Jesus Christ and the ones who are lifting you every single day. And you should understand that the 5 people you go towards are Jesus Christ. I realize it's also the people lifting you up. I promise you it's also you. I promise you it's where you give your money. I realize it's also your family and friends who lift you. You have to understand, you go towards those 5 aspects of life, and you make sure no matter what, you're always encouraging yourself. Because you have to always encourage yourself daily to do something greater than you're doing today. You have to understand the controversy of life is to be better than yesterday. I realize no matter what, that you have to be a person who's far greater than you are. You have to be a person who's developing each and every step of the way, and you have to enjoy the process of developing. I promise you, development is a slow journey. I promise you that it takes many years for a tree to grow and be fully fulfilled. You have to understand that the journey is that the tree is always fulfilled as it's growing, because guess what? That's what you must be. You must be that tree who's always fulfilled while it's growing. I promise you that you have to enjoy the process of growth, and it's not the speed in terms of getting somewhere quickly. You have to understand you're getting here in the moments, and you have to understand that it's really learn faster and learn faster and learn faster. You understand to grow and enjoy the process, because guess what? When you're smelling the flowers, you make sure you're growing while you're at it. You have to understand that it's really never stopping in life. You have to never be in your comfort zone. You have to be a person who's in discomfort every single day. You have to beat discomfort every single day. I'm in discomfort right now, although discomfort is my new comfortability. Otherwise, I'm always comfortable in discomfort. I'm always a person who's growing one way or another. I'm making sure that when I speed somewhere, I make sure I speed into growth. I make sure I'm always quick to grow. I'm always quick to make sure I do my content daily and make sure that I upload it online so you can find it. I realize I do 3 hours of content every single day. I realize that's the way to go. I realize every single day you do something for nothing. I promise you that's the best way to communicate. I realize that what you're communicating daily is what you are, and what you are must be better. Because you must always communicate something better in the planet, because that's how you grow. Realize you grow in a better way. I need you to understand there's always a better way than how you look today. I realize there's always a better way than what you're doing. I realize there's always a better way than the ideal way, and that's the better way. Because the better way is making sure that you are the best version of yourself today, because it's about controversy today, and when you're controversy in life, you're going to do better each and every single day. You're going to do something today that's going to be positive. I need you to understand to lift people. I never need you to hit people. I never need you to be violent with people. I need you to understand that violence begets violence, I need you to understand that people who are around leaders and millionaires and billionaires will also become one, because it's the information that is the difference between poor people and rich people. I promise you that those people who have rich information are the ones who are on the positive side of life. I promise you have to be on the positive side and be around the people who are exposed in their life. And you should be around the people who are famous. And you should be around people who are famous and looking better than yesterday only. I promise you that many famous people today are looking worse than yesterday, drinking alcohol and promoting alcohol. Otherwise that person is a fraud. I promise you I don't go around those people who drink alcohol and do drugs, because guess what? I never waste my time like that. I make sure no matter what, I'm a person who's growing. I make sure I'm around people who look the best and feel the best. I realize Jesus will never drink alcohol and will never be around those people who are going in the club. I realize that you have to understand, you go around people who are doing better than yesterday. I realize that Jesus will only go towards the people who can make a difference. I promise you that you must also realize that you go and do you much better. You have to understand that Jesus loves everybody. You have to understand that Jesus would never reject you, although guess what? It's much better to go around the people who are less of a thief today. I never need you around criminals. I never need you around blasphemy. I need you to understand I never need you around hypocrites today. I need you to understand that Jesus will also say the same thing. I need you to be around someone greater today. I need you to understand to go where Jesus would go. Realize that you look up and you make sure you do some greater good work today. I promise you it's called common sense. I promise you that common sense says you must be better than yesterday. I promise you that in order for you to be better than yesterday, you must be in controversy. And controversy is having all the attention that you need. I promise you that's what you need. You need attention today to scale your business. And to scale your business is to gain attention every single day. You're gaining some attention, you're gaining some eyes, you're gaining some results. I promise you each and every single time you show up in front of a crowd, I promise you they don't have to follow you, although you're just improving. And that's the whole point of being the best version of yourself. You're always the best version of yourself, and you have to always keep being better and better and better and leveling yourself every day, because that's what personal development is about. I promise you it's about leadership and courage and encouraging people. Thank you. But that's each and every single time. I see many people, I understand what they're saying, I understand how they feel, I understand who they are. I understand that every single time I'm doing something for the greater good, and that's how you do it. You do it for the greater good, you do it for something greater than you, and that way you're going to be something inspirational every day, and you understand that inspirational people are people who can be in the fine controversy of life. And you understand that controversy is just being in the moment, and you have to give to receive. You have to understand you give more than you receive, and you should give more than you're receiving. I need you to understand that giving is blessed. I need you to understand that those people who have controversy in life are in people's faces every day. Because it's the friction you need to grow. You have to understand that when you have friction, you have some pressure today. Because when you have friction, I mean you're in discomfort. Because when you're in discomfort, you'll also be pressurized to grow. I realize that when you need to shine bright like a diamond, you have to understand you're being in discomfort. You're being in discomfort to shine bright like a diamond, as Rihanna says. I need you to understand, to shine bright like a diamond, you have to be in the art of controversy, and you have to communicate in front of a crowd. You have to lift them every single day, because that's what it takes. I realize it takes lifting yourself every day. You have to lift yourself, you have to understand, you have to invest in yourself to lift yourself. You have to understand you're being an investor every single day. And you should understand that many know-it-alls in life, there's too much know-it-alls in life. I promise you they believe they know everything, and they believe that some person on the street will never teach them anything. I promise you that no matter what, you give it a go too. You'll understand what I mean. I promise you, you go put yourself in someone's shoes who's better than you, you'll find out Jesus Christ. I promise you that no matter what, you go find him, and you understand you have to understand his habits, you have to understand, and you have to see his habits to understand Jesus. You have to understand to go and do something greater than you. I promise you that you can always do that. You can always do something motivating. You can always encourage yourself to overcome the mind. I promise you that we're here to increase our disciplines in a way to better our disciplines and habits, because disciplines is called habits. And those people who have better disciplines also have better habits. And better habits is your destiny. You must have better habits to be richer and fulfilled in your daily life, to understand to live fully, because life is to be made fully. You have to be a person who has a full cup in your life. I never need you to have an empty cup. I need you to be unlimited. I need you to have a full cup. I need you to understand to always breathe knowledge of wisdom and give it to people, and just keep giving and show up every single day into your content, and make sure you're giving all the time something for people to eat, for something greater. I always do it for something greater. I never do it for people, because I understand people will never be satisfied. I need you to understand I'm never satisfied either, although guess what, I'm growing all the time. Because I'm always growing, I'm making sure that you guys can always see me for the history of time, because guess what, my legacy will stay here. I promise you guys can always make sure you can transcribe my knowledge and my material into other languages. You guys can do that in your own time. I realize the whole point is create your own university. Realize that you create your own common sense work today. Realize that your brand is your company. I mean, your brand is who you work for in terms of Jesus Christ only. And you should understand you work for something greater. You never work just for yourself, you work for something greater. You work for something of compassion where you can grow, or else where you're going to grow every single day. You have to grow, you have to understand leadership, you have to understand that leadership is empathy, and those people who have empathy have controversy to understand to live life greater. But you have to live life greater every single day to understand that to worship something greater than you is to do something greater than you every single day. I'm always here giving some ideas every single day. I'm giving it for 3 hours every single day. I'm doing something for nothing. I'm selling freedom today. I'm a person who never sells my content for money. Or does that you go and give your time to the best places in the world, because that's the most important aspect of your life, which is doing something greater with your time. You have to understand that your time is valuable and it's worth more than 20 bucks an hour. And you should understand your time is worth more than 30 bucks an hour. And you should understand you have to go and give some courses today. And you have to understand to go and develop yourself every single day, because that's the best way. I promise you the best way is now, and the best time to be in pressure is right now. You have to understand you have to be in the pressure of life. You have to be in front of people to study people and to also encourage them to grow, because guess what? Everybody needs some encouragement today. Whereas everybody needs a motivational speaker. I promise you can be a motivational speaker. You can also do something according to your passion, and you can do on the street public speaking out. I promise you, I don't know what you do. You can talk about surfing on the street all your life. I promise you can do anything all your life. I promise you can just make sure to do the best aspects of life first. I promise you the best aspects of life first means put yourself first every single day and do something that's really going to benefit you in a way that's going to be beneficial to grow you. You have to grow yourself every single day in a way that's never done before. You have to understand to go and find a new way, because the new way is the best way. And those people who have a new way every single day are the ones who are going to make sure that they grow. I promise you need to grow. You need to understand that you never reject yourself, because many people will reject you. You need to be with the uplifters. You have to be with the inspirational people. You have to be with the inspirational people every single day to understand that when you're cocky about other people, you never be cocky. I need you to lift me. I need you to understand to lift me. I need you to be an inspiration today. I need you to never look down on me because I speak. I need you to do something much greater than yourself every single day, because what you are today must be better. You must be doing something better every single day to understand that you can speak on a microphone when you put yourself here. You can do anything you set your mind to. You'll understand that you must say, I can do anything, I can do anything, I can do anything. I realize that Les Brown says, it is possible. I realize it is possible. I realize it is possible to achieve anything. You have to understand you can achieve anything, you just have to set your mind to it. You have to be focused daily in life. You have to understand that focus and concentration is peak performance. And those people who boost their peak performance every single day are also boosting their confidence. I realize they're boosting their courage. I realize they're boosting their focus and concentration and their health. I realize they're boosting their spirituality and also information. I realize you have to boost all those areas. You have to understand that the most important relationship in life is with you. I realize it's with you, Jesus, that is the most important aspect of life. I promise you, the most important relationship is with you and Jesus Christ. I promise you that you'll understand that it's really just make sure that every single time we're going to develop some skills to grow. We're going to do something today for something bigger than you. You have to understand, you have to be big time. You have to be big time every day. You have to understand that to be big time, you have to also improve yourself daily. You have to do something that you've never done. You have to go for the fear. You have to understand, you have to overcome your mind. You have to do something to lift people, because that way you will lift yourself. You'll lift yourself in daily aspects of life when you're growing. You understand to encourage people every single day, and also to increase their skills every single day. You have to always make sure that each and every single day you're never getting annoyed and you're never getting disrupted by the outside world, because you're looking inside and you're making sure that each and every single step of the way you're going to do one step at a time. I never need you to skip a heartbeat. I never need you to skip that one step, which is the heartbeat. I need you to have every single heartbeat in the planet. I need you to understand to make your heartbeat much fuller. I need you to understand to be a full person. I need you to be a full of life person. I need you to be a person full of life all the time. I need you to understand there's always something more that you can develop in you. There's always a better you in the planet when you seek more. More is always good, and the more you have, the better you are. The more you have in life, the better you can do. You have to understand to be a better person in the process and be someone far greater than yourself. I promise you, destiny is yours when you have better habits. I promise you, when you have the best habits in the world, you'll also be called the best version of yourself. But you need to find better habits today. I need you to stay away from the coffee and the caffeine and the Red Bull and the V, because I do. I realize that never helps me to sleep. I need you to understand to stay away from the drugs, kids. I realize that we're all babies. I'm a baby still. I'm still growing as a baby. I'm aging as a baby. Wood. You have to understand, I stay young as a baby. I realize that I'm always conservative in a way that I make sure that I'm never harming myself. I make sure I conserve my energy sometimes. I realize that no matter what, I give my energy as much as I can. I realize that I give my energy all the time. I'm never on the defense. Although when I get conservative, it's really because I have to sleep. And when I sleep, I make sure to conserve myself inside and inside doors to make sure to stay away from what's harming me. I realize that when I'm conservative, I realize I'm a person who really is backing away from something. I realize when you back away from something, make sure it's growing you. I realize you have to be growing all the time. You can be a person who saves yourself from other people who are negative. I need you to stay away from negative people. I need you to understand to go be around positive people every single day. Thank you very much. I realize that when I save myself in daily life, I realize I just make sure that my aspects of life are going in a better direction, like money and my food and drink is also much better. I only drink soy milk and water today. I only drink soy milk and water today. I realize that's all I drink. I realize each and every single day you understand you have to be better. You have to understand to have greatness in life. You have to understand there's always a better version of yourself. And when you understand that there are skills today, which is information, you need more information to get the skills. You have to understand the courage is in you. You have to understand that you can also do it as much as I can. Although guess what? You have to be here and do it. You have to understand that it's not a competition between me and you, or it's never a competition between anybody, or that the world outside of me is teaching you to play soccer against other people, and to be in politics against other people, and to go into a movie and be an actor and shoot other people. Realize you never have to do that, and I realize that Jesus will never compete with other people. Realize that in the Olympics they teach you to go and compete with other people too. Realize you never compete with other people, because when you compete with other people you'll lose. Realize that poker and gambling and blackjack, realize they're teaching you to play against robots and to play against people. I never need you to play against people. I need you to play with yourself and with people. I need you to be with people. I need you to understand that when you break a world record, you're never doing it against people. You're doing it with yourself to be the best version of yourself, and that's it. Realize that when you go into a swimming pool and you try to beat the world record, promise you just beat your own record. Realize that's the best world record. Realize the best world record is making sure that you're better than yesterday, and that's it. Realize that is all we're asking from you each and every single day, is to be your best version. Promise you can do it within 5 years. You can always make sure to improve yourself and your courage. You understand that no matter what, if you need to lead people, you'll also do it in front of a crowd. You have to understand to be in front of a crowd every single day is to improve your courage, and it's also to improve your confidence. You have to improve your courage and encourage people all the time. You have to be motivational every single day. You have to understand there is no coronavirus outside of us. I realize many people are wearing these masks. You have to understand that they're scared of life. I realize that you never wear a mask because of the coronavirus. I realize that you never wear a mask because of the coronavirus. I promise you that it's all fake. Realize that you understand that you just never believe the outside world. You believe Jesus today. I realize Jesus will never wear that mask. I realize that Jesus will never wear the mask. I promise you. You have to understand that you go and be something greater than yourself. I realize you have to understand something greater than yourself every single day. I promise you that I stay away from the news every single day, because guess what? In the news, I learn nothing. I go where controversy is in terms of my life. I realize I talk with myself all day long, and I make sure that controversy is something to pressurize me to grow. I realize that when I'm in controversy, I'm communicating every single day to make sure I'm better than yesterday. I'm doing something from my heart every single day. I'm doing something that's for nothing. Thank you very much. I realize each and every single day, I'm doing something to improve my life. I'm doing something to make sure that I'm always promoting myself in one way or another. I have to make sure I'm always growing one way or another, because that way I will be the best version, and I will give you some more skills. I fell asleep very early last night. I fell asleep at 7 p.m. and guess what? I woke up at 8:30 a.m. I realized I had to have some 11 hours sleep, and guess what? It's more than enough. I realized because I slept so much, I realized that I also make sure to start doing my work every single day. I always got something to do. I always got everything to do that's growing. I promise you, growing is the best business in the world. I promise you that the best business in the world must be your face. I promise you, it must be your face in Jesus Christ's name. I promise you that my face must be greater and greater. When I become greater and greater, I understand who Jesus is. I promise you have to always have a greater legacy. You have to do more than Jesus did. You have to understand to do more than Jesus did. You have to have better habits. You have to do more in terms of commentary, in terms of communication. You have to understand you have to do more than everything. You have to understand to have the best habits in the world. You have to always overtake yourself. You have to understand that Jesus would love for you to do more than Jesus every single day. I'm Richard Better. I realize that each and every single day I'm richer better. I understand I'm always forgiving. I'm always making sure that I never ever spit on anybody. I never spit at people. I never look down on people. I lift people up. And when I look down at people, I make sure I lift them up only. I never am a person kicking them down. I realize that nobody deserves to be here. I realize we deserve to be better than this moment. I realize we have to grow from this moment. I realize that we're not going downhill. I realize we're going uphill. I realize that we must be better than this moment. I realize I must be better than this moment each and every single day. And how do I do it? I communicate. Every single day I communicate and communicate in a different way. My passion, which is my blueprint. And my blueprint is life. I talk about all of life. I love to speak my heart out about everything, and I love to give you the solutions to everything, because that's a life coach, and that's what I do in every aspect of life. I love to balance my life in every single aspect, and I love to learn about what you're drinking. I love to learn about you. I love to learn about everything, because that's how you become passionate. I love to touch this too. I love to feel it. I love to understand what that is. I understand to get some knowledge today, because when you get some knowledge today, you're going to be passionate today. You're going to understand that when you're passionate, you're going to be freedom every single day. You're going to be freedom. I need you guys also to understand to never put your hands in your pockets while you're public speaking and to stand like this or something like that. I need you to understand you always leave your hands and your arms out of your pocket, please. Otherwise, that you never do that ever again. I need you to understand that you be a person who understands to go and do better than what you're doing, and always make sure that you're never negative. I need you to understand that you never ever say for other people to never do anything, although guess what? You say to go the better way only. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you the best way is making sure you can swim faster and walk faster and be more athletic. I promise you that you're never too old to do anything. I promise you you're never old in life. You're only younger throughout time. I promise you wisdom is youngness. I promise you the more wise you have, I promise you the more wisdom you have, the more wiser you are, and the more wise you can be. You have to understand to use every word in the dictionary, because that's how you communicate it. You communicate it through the dictionary. You understand the dictionary, you have to learn it. You have to understand you have to learn more about it. You have to understand when you learn it, you have to learn more about it. You understand you never know anything. I never know how to speak one language. I never know who I am anymore. Or else I'll just do better yesterday. I just grow in Jesus' name. I understand Jesus is saying, just keep it up every single day. Or else each and every single day I come here and do it on the microphone like I'm doing right now. You understand I'm doing better than yesterday. I chose to be here for the next 13 days because guess what? It's a nice beautiful moment where I have one bedroom apartment, and guess what? Because I have one bedroom apartment I can still do my work, and guess what? I have a beautiful tunnel here to practice for the next 30 days, and then I go to Darwin. As I go to Darwin, then I go to Alice Springs, and then I go to wherever. I can travel always, because guess what? I only have an eye to carry around. I realize that since I have an eye to carry around, I make sure I'm doing it better than yesterday. I realize that's the whole point. I realize the whole point is making sure that whatever you're doing today is going to help you to grow. I realize that's the whole point. I realize that each and every single time you have wet lips, I need you to put your fingers around your lips and to make sure your lips are always dry, because if your lips are not dry, you'll have what is called cracked lips. I never need you to have cracked lips in life. I need you to put your arms over your lips and make your lips dry all the time. I never need your lips to be wet, otherwise you have cracked lips and it's going to be ugly. I need you to understand. You also make sure no matter what that you're always a person staying away from the cold aspects of life, and I never need you around the cold aspects of life. I need you to go where you can. That's going to help you to be warmer, and to help yourself also with clothing that's really quality today. I need you to have quality clothing that you can afford only. I never need you to go expensive. I never need you to go cheap either. I never need you to be cheap. I never need you to be expensive. I need you to be affordable. I need you to understand I'm the most affordable life coach on the planet right now. I realize I have over 300 hours of content, and I give it to you for free. I realize that nobody else can say anything about because guess what? My 300 hours of content is worth more than $13. I realize that it's worth more than any price in the world. I never price myself. I price myself in freedom only. I'm a priceless person. You can never put a dime on me. You can never put a dollar on me, and I'll never ever work for a dollar. I never work for a dime. I never work for any hourly rates. I never work for salaries. I work to be better than yesterday, and that's it. I work to be better than yesterday, and that's it. I don't care where I am. I could be working a 9-to-5 job. I'll make sure I'm better than yesterday. I'm always making sure I'm better than yesterday. I'm making sure I'm doing something better and better and better all the time. I have to be better all the time. I always have to grow. I have to make sure I'm growing all the time. I have to make sure I always have to be greater than good. I have to be greater than good. Otherwise the guy's saying be good. I have to be better than good. I have to understand that no matter what I do, I have to always do something better than what you say. Otherwise I have to make sure that I'm always leveling myself in a way that's going to help me to grow. Understand that whatever you are today must be greater. You must be a person who understands freedom. You must be a person who understands there is better potential in you when you're giving more abilities and more skills every single day to communicate, and be in front of people and grow people, I promise you that's the best leadership in the world. I promise you the best leadership in the world is grab people's attention. It's really quickly that you do it. So you understand to speak faster. I never need you to speak slower. As some person told me 10 days ago, as he's saying to slow talk. I never need you to slow talk in life. And you should understand, when I slow talk, I'll slow talk like this. I see what I was going over here. I need you to catch up to me. I sound like a junkie when I speak slow. I don't need to speak slow. I need you to catch up with me. I need you to understand I'm always in competition in better ways in terms of being better than myself. So I have to communicate faster and faster and faster to grab people's attention. And you should understand I never slow down my communication for anybody. And you should understand I speed up my communication so I grab people's attention. And so I understand that you never ever do that either. I realize that it's never about rudeness. I realize it's never about being very rude to other people. I need you to understand to be something greater than rude. I need you to understand to go be kind today. I realize that nobody deserves violence today. I need you to never ever physically abuse anybody. I need you to understand that it's never about physical abuse. And I need you to always be a kindness person, because when you abuse other people, you will also be abused physically. You have to understand that when you abuse other people physically, you'll also be abused physically. I promise you that if you punch somebody, you'll also gain one. You have to understand no matter what, that what you give is what you get. You have to understand to be kinder in life, and you always gain kindness in return. I realize that from the 100,000 people that have understood me for the past 15 days, only a minority of them have really followed me. Although, guess what? I never care about the followers. Well, as Gary Vaynerchuk says, you never care about the followers. I never care about the followers, because guess what? I realize that what matters is my communication, and I realize I'm growing. I realize it's never if I'm growing. I realize I'm growing all the time. I'm always growing. I'm doing something better. Thank you very much. I'm always making sure that I'm in trance. I'm never in ecstasy. I don't care about ecstasy. I care about trance. I care about trance in a way that I'm growing. I'm in a state of trance of growth. Realize I'm always growing one way or another. I'm always increasing my skills and my talent to communicate better and to understand my attitude must be better the next day. I must have better posture. I must be a better person. I must understand better skills, and the way to do it is to be around self-education and to look better and feel greater, and to understand that whatever you're doing today must be information driven. You must be a person who has more information today. Thank you. You must be a person who understands that the best business in the world is the wisdom business. I promise you the best business in the world is Jesus' business. You have to understand that you work for freedom every single day. I promise you, most people are led astray with money. I promise you they believe that they need more money to be more happy. I promise you it's never the money. I promise you it's being a better version of yourself. I promise you that's what makes you happier. I promise you it's looking at yourself and you're so much stronger and you're so much tougher and you're so much more effective and you're leading so much more people than you ever were. I promise you that's the best way to live. I promise you the best way is now. I promise you can do it now, today. You can start on the street. Although if you have no skills, I realize that you have no confidence. I realize you have no courage then. You have to understand you have skills right now, although you can get up in front of the people and you can teach them and you can lead them about your story, and you'll learn as you go along. I had to learn as I go along. I'm still learning as I go along. I see people's reactions every single time. It's different. I have to be different. I have to always adapt in a different way. I have to be new and new and new, and you have to be newer all the time. I have to be newer and new all the time. I have to go the new way. I understand I will vote for President I realize his name is Biden. I realize I'll vote for him because guess what? Donald Trump has been a president for the past 4 years. I'd vote for the new person because guess what? Thou shalt not go old. I'll go new. I'll go the new way. I'm the new fashion today. I'm the modern statement today. I realize that this moment is never old. I realize it's a new moment. I realize that each and single time you have a new moment. I'll never go the old way. I'll go to what's the new way because economics, as you see it today in 2020, is always going down. I realize that as long as the money is in the world, I promise you that Jesus never worked for money. I realize that to solve economic problems and the world's economy in terms of money, you have to remove the money from everything. You have to understand that it's the best way to do so. You understand that is the power of controversy because guess what? You're a person who understands to go take some action and you're really going to invest in action to understand to go better the world inside of you in terms of something greater because when you better the world, you understand to better your life first. And when you better your life first, you also better everything within you. Promise you, when you're bettering your inner world, you also better your appearance, you better how you do everything, you better your leadership skills, you better your leadership quality. Promise you have quality today in something, you have to go and speak it on the street. You have to go and do it in a public speaking event. I promise you this is the best way you can do it. You can also do it better. I promise you that this means you can do it now. I promise you this is the best way you can do it in terms of now. You have to understand that this moment is now. I promise you that this right now is this. right here. I need you to understand you need to be better than this. I need you to be better than this. I need you to understand that what you need today is a better life. I need you to understand I never need you to want anything. I need you to go and want what you need only. I need you to understand your needs are more important than wants. I promise you that your needs are more important than what you want in the future. I promise you need to stick to your needs in terms of life. I need you to understand that accommodation is a need. I need you to want something that is only your needs today. I need you to understand you stick to the accommodation and also clothing. I need you to stick to the information. I need you to stick to personal data. I need you to stick to quality work. I need you to do something that's really amazing. I need you to understand that you be more amazing every single day. I need you to understand there's always something more that you can do. I promise you that it's being in front of people that's going to make you more successful. I promise you always need to be more successful today. You have to. You have to be. I thank you very much. Well, as each and every single time, I'm always a better person. I'm always doing something greater to be a greater destiny inside of myself. I have to be inside of myself to realize that, so I can boost my I, so I can realize it's I have a dream. I love you. Realize that every single day I love you. I understand that I never ever go for anybody in terms of life, because guess what? When I go for anybody, I go for something greater. Realize that is the whole point of life. Realize that I only go for something greater than I. Realize that that way I understand I have no failure. Realize I have to watch out for my words also, because my words must be better. I must better my words all the time. I must understand there's always something greater in life than what I am. Realize there's always something greater in life than what you are. Realize that's the best way. Realize the best way is make sure that even when you're training, you never stand in the rain because you're working a 9 to 5 job. Realize I never need you in a 9 to 5 job in the first place. I need you to understand that 9 to 5 work will never make you. I promise you that robots are being created today to make sure that robots will replace people in a 9 to 5 job. And I love the idea of robots working for us. I realize although you never compete against robots, you never compete against other people, you compete against yourself in a way that you're growing only. You only are superior to yourself, and you're only competing with yourself. I never need you against yourself either. I understand. I never need you against other people. I never need you to be against the world. I need you to be with yourself, growing everything. I need you to grow everything. I need you to understand about growth every single day. I need you to grow yourself to be better. I need you to be better all the time. I need you to pressurize yourself to grow. I need you to be in discomfort all the time, because that's what controversy is. You have to be in discomfort. I realize when you're in discomfort, you're going to do something of greatness. I need you to be great every single day. Thank you. Realize each and every single day, I'm a person who is worthy of gratitude, because gratitude really means go and boost your information skills today. Realize that information-driven business is the best business in the world, and information is your best commodity, and it never devalues. I promise you, what never devalues is information only. I promise you, information never devalues. I promise you, everything else will devalue. I promise you, information is also music. I promise you, it's also musical information which never ever devalues at the time. I promise you that anything that can be in audio will never ever devalue, and you should go do more of what's in audio and video. I promise you, that never devalues over time. I promise you, what that is also writing. You write something, I promise you, that will never devalue. And you should understand that the 3 commodities of life that you must be doing is information, products, and that's it. I mean, you can do it in writing, you can do it in audio, and you can do it in video. I promise you, that's the best way you can understand to boost your business, which is your brand. I realize that the Nike brand also has a company, which is a material possession. I realize that your brand is your face. I realize your brand is much better than Nike. I realize that you can help more people than Nike ever can. I need you to understand that you never fall for the possessions of the world. I need you to understand that the possessions I have is only with me because I can do my work with it. I realize I only have a portable speaker with me so I can speak through it so that you guys can hear me over here. I realize I only have a microphone so I can project my voice so that I can help myself to have better quality videos, and so I can also be on the microphone and practice my beautiful communication skills, because that's what you need to succeed every day, and you have to better your communication skills all the time. You have to realize you have to talk in a different way, you have to be in a different way, you have to understand to go and study something new that you've never done. You have to understand to go and do something you've never done before. I need you to go somewhere you've never been. I need you to understand to go and travel Australia right now. I realize that if you're stuck, I realize it's because you're not confident. I need you to understand to be confident. I need you to understand to go and write your story and start from where you are today. I promise you it's worth it. I promise you what's worth it today is your story. I promise you you can start your business today. Your business is your story. I promise you your story is your business, and go and give your business everywhere. I promise you can start public speaking your story today. You never have to be them. You never have to be those famous people. I need your story today. I need your story today to be in a video. I need your story today to be in an audio. I need your story today to be in a writing method. And you should go and write your story out. And you should understand that I realize that producing your life is producing a story. To produce in life and to be a producer is to understand your story and give it every single day. I promise you that's the best way to live life. You need to live life much greater than you are. You have to understand that what you are today must be better. You must be better than yesterday. You must be a person who understands controversy is to understand a greater you. I promise you that to be controversial is just to be in communication. I promise you it's to be in dialogue. I promise you it's to communicate with somebody. I realize it's to communicate with yourself. I realize it's to follow somebody also who is Jesus Christ. You can follow many aspects of life, although just follow the better people. Because the better people who are born in Jesus Christ, you can follow them. Although guess what? Jesus Christ is the number one person who is a God. Because he's a divine being. I promise you everybody's a divine being. I promise you that you don't follow Jesus Christ because that person can teach you the most. Although I can teach you what Jesus teaches. I teach what Jesus teaches, although guess what? Jesus has done better than me. Although you understand that I'm more like Jesus every single day, I'm much better than yesterday. I can teach you that, and that's everything that Jesus needs. I promise you all that Jesus needs from you today is to be a better person than yesterday. I promise you just increase your skills and look better and feel better. I promise you be more vital and have more confidence and courage today to step in front of people, because Jesus stepped in front of people. You also have to step in front of people and teach people. You also have to be in front of people to understand, to lead people, and to understand to have a great attitude and to be more punctual and have greater celerity inside of you to be greater. You have to understand that when your celerity inside, you're just going to go inside. I need you to be solitary inside. I need you to understand that solitary means be confined in yourself. I need you to be confined in yourself, because that's how you be conservative. You can be conservative inside. You have to understand you prevent the outside world from attacking you. You prevent everybody else from sickness. I promise you that's the best job in the world. I promise you that Jesus is a healer. You're also a healer. You can do whatever Jesus is doing. You can do it too. You can walk on water. You can be unshakable. You can stop the storm in your life. I promise you that's the whole point. I promise you the whole point to stop the storm is to be better than yesterday. I promise you the whole point of walking on water is to be better than yesterday. Realize that is all what Jesus is saying. You have to understand, you go and do something today that's really going to help you to move forward. I learned so much from my daily life when I'm in front of the crowd. I realize I learn everybody's expression every single day. I'm expressing myself in my heart. I realize that's the whole point of life. I promise you when you express your heart, you do it in a microphone every single day. Thank you very much. You have to be on the microphone every single day and communicate inside a video or an audio or writing. I realize you communicate in a writing method every single day. You do it with a microphone or without a microphone. I promise you it's better with a microphone. Thank you. I realize each and every single day you're going to grow today. I promise you have to. You have to grow today. I understand that growing is the way to go. You should understand that growing is a smart ass way. I promise you that growing is the Jesus way. I promise you Jesus only grew. I promise you Jesus was only growing and then they killed him. I need you to grow the same way Jesus did and let them kill you too. I need you to understand to go do that, because that's the best way. I mean, go out in style, as Jim Rohn says. I promise you the best way to go out in style is grow so much that people have to kill you. I promise you that's the best way, because guess what? Jesus did that. You will understand who Jesus is. Who is, realize that Jesus is who is Scarface. I promise you Jesus is Scarface today. And you should understand to be more like Scarface in terms of Jesus Christ today. And you should understand to be the best person in your life in Jesus Christ's name. And you should understand to go and follow something greater than you and be greater than yourself and be a person who has more skills and more courage and more encouragement in you to go and encourage other people, because that's how you're going to be a leader every single day. You're going to be a leader today because guess what? You must lead to become the best version of yourself. You have to understand that each and every single day, you're the best version of yourself. You're going to do something of quality. You're going to do some quality work today. You have to. You have to do some quality work today. The quality is better than quantity. I never need you to be quantity. I never need you to be the crowd. I need you to be the quality. I need you to be the person who's leading the crowd. That's the quality. The quality is leading the crowd while the crowd is watching you. The quality is more attention. And the more attention you have, the more friends you have. So have more friends today and you'll be more supported, because you understand that it's better to have a friend than to have money. Realize that when you have 1 million followers, I promise you it's much better to have 1 million followers than $1 million. I promise you it's never about the money. I realize it's about leadership. I realize it's about growing one another every single day and to grow. I promise you, although that my Most Beautiful video has passed the hour mark, and since that is the case, I realize I have another 2 hours to go. I realize I speak for 3 hours every single day. I make sure each and every single day that you guys get the best information in the world. Make sure no matter what that you guys can find on my Instagram, you can find every single day 3 hours of video content. I realize that is the whole point of me being alive, because I give you something of greatness, which is be better than yesterday. I'm better than yesterday. I'm greatness, so thank you. I realize that when you're better than yesterday, you've overcome your demons. Cross your niche to overcome your demons all the time. I need you to understand to be better than yesterday and be better than yesterday all the time. Because each and every single day you have 24 hours, I promise you that 24 hours must be better than yesterday. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I love you all.